Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We Are Only Human, the official podcast of the College of Education and Human Sciences. I am your host, Luisa Clausen, and I have a very wonderful special guest with me today, Victoria Smith. Welcome, Victoria.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing so well. It's a joy to be with you today.
I am so excited. You are such an unique human. You're here for an insane reason. Victoria was a top senior significance, outstanding senior, and she's an Orange Gout recipient too, which means she's at the top of the pyramid. Congratulations for all of the things you've done. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. Honestly, it's a really surreal feeling to get all of these accolades because that's a common question I'm getting from people. How does it feel? What made you want to get to this point? And really, what I can say is all glory to God. I'm really so thankful for my relationship with Him. He's helped me get through so much. However, I think a big lesson for me is just showing up and trying and doing things to the best of your ability. And there's not much more that I can say to that. It's nothing that I ever tried to do on my own.
Yeah.
I never sought out these awards, these achievements, really just being a diligent person and following suit with all of everything that I do. That's what I've tried to do, and I think because of it, the awards have come to
Yeah.
me. But again, that's never been the goal. And it's just such an honor, so humbling to get to represent our beloved university.
Absolutely. And I think when it's not your goal, where you're not doing this on purpose, you're just doing what comes natural to you, working hard. I think it's even more special. But let's take our viewers, back to the beginning. So tell us where you're from, okay? And I want to know, did you always want to come to OSU? How did you choose your major? How was the beginning of your college trajectory?
Absolutely. So OSU really wasn't on my radar to begin with. So I'm actually from Houston, Texas,
Okay.
which is about 8 hours due south of here. No one from Houston had ever, like all of my peers in my high school, no one had heard about OSU. And that was really sad to me because when I came and toured OSU, it really felt like home. But to kind of go back and answer your question, how OSU even got on my radar in the first place, I was really interested in another institution, but what drew me to come and tour at OSU was I heard that there was tremendous school spirit. People were very proud to be alums, excellent sports, excellent education, and also really that college town feel. And when I came, it felt like home. Like I knew this is where I was supposed to be. And yeah, so anyways,
That's amazing. Okay, so
absolutely.
you come here and did it feel like home right at first? How did you make friends? How was that? How did you start getting involved your freshman year? Let's take a look back to the beginning.
Absolutely. So, like what I said, really just that sense of home and hospitality. I originally chose nutritional sciences. I started out with the same major that I am right now.
Yay!
But yes, which is good, very good. But I had my option in pre-medical sciences. After my first year, I really felt like that wasn't the path that was meant for me. And so after looking into some other options with nutrition, I found out about the option of dietetics.
Okay.
And really what captivated me about it was you could have a background in nutrition but help people more in well-rounded health from a preventative perspective. Like in the world there's so much related to disease and prevention, and that's really what I want to do and help people. But going back again to what you were saying with regards to how I got plugged in, really my journey of getting involved started before I even started school here. So actually the very first opportunity I jumped into was something called Residence Hall Association.
Okay.
And I had an early move in by 2 weeks to campus, and I attended their leadership conference. And really, at that conference, I made some of my best friends whom I'm still friends with to this day.
Really?
2 of them, yes. And what's a sweet moment, kind of full circle, is that one of my friends was the orange gown last year for the business school,
Oh my
and she's
gosh.
one of my best friends.
Wait, what's her name?
Her name is Evelyn Larson.
That's shout out Evelyn. Congratulations. That's so cool.
Absolutely.
So you guys kept plugging. Did you stay with Resident Hall for throughout your 4 years? How was that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I ended up not sticking with Residence Hall Association my 4 years, but really that was just a launching point with getting to know people. And like something you'll learn in college is that you never know how one connection can lead to other connections, both like personally, as friendships often do, but also professionally.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the case with them. It kind of launched me out. So my first year, I was involved with Residence Hall Association. I was lead director for my dorm in that. I was also a part of the Student Government Association.
Yes.
First year representative council. And then additionally, I got involved with the Student Network, which is the student branch of the Alumni Association.
Okay.
And really, those 3 organizations really they really shaped like the trajectory in my path.
What are some people? Wait, I have just so many questions.
Oh.
So, what are some? What was one thing throughout these 4 years that was challenging, but it made you better, and you feel like it helped you get where you're at?
Oh, a lot of things. Well, really, I think a wonderful thing about OSU is that there are so many opportunities made available to you. It's just up to you to take hold of them and really get the most out of it and help as many people as possible. But it was also a challenge for me simply because I have so many interests. I love helping people, but one of my big lessons learned is I would rather be excellent in fewer areas than more areas. Simply because I want to do my jobs to the best of my ability. And if that means taking on less responsibilities, so be it. That's going to allow someone else to fulfill and like step into those roles that I wasn't able to do my best in. So really, less is more, and do the less to the best of your ability
Yeah.
and do it excellently.
Well, I was going to ask you for an advice for the students coming in and wanting to do what you've done, and I feel like that was a great advice. What was your favorite part of this process? What's something that you're truly, I know we don't really like to talk about ourselves or just, but what is something that you're truly proud of? I know there's a lot, but you get to this moment now and there's all these accolades, all these awards, but what is something that you're personally, you're like, okay, award or no award, I'm very proud of this.
Absolutely. Yeah. Something that I'm really proud of is actually my involvement in service. That's been an integral part of my time here at college. Giving back is something extremely important to me. You never know how giving a hand up to someone is going to impact their life. And even just saying a kind word to someone, you don't know how that could change the trajectory of someone's life. But with that being said, something I committed my time to since the beginning of freshman year, that's another thing I sought after. I completed over 400 service hours.
Wow.
And so when I graduate, I have something called an orange cord from
Yeah.
the Student Volunteer Center. And again, not that you do service for accolades, you never do that, but that is one of my proudest accomplishments because it really took diligence on my part to set time aside to help people, even when it was inconvenient. And really, that's what I want to go to do in the future as I begin my master's this upcoming summer.
Here at OSU?
Yes,
That's
yes,
awesome.
here at OSU.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And yeah, I'll be starting my master's in
Okay.
nutritional sciences.
Yay.
And then getting a graduate certificate in nonprofit management.
Wow.
Just because all the nonprofits I've really helped with throughout my time here have really been an integral part of my development and who I am. And so
400 hours, girl. That's impressive. Congratulations.
Thank you
Did you
so
like it? Was
much.
it different places? And
Yeah, it was
okay.
it was kind of all over, mostly related to food insecurity, basic needs, but I also volunteered like with my church. I was national president of a nonprofit called Children of the American Revolution,
Oh,
and yeah.
that's so cool. I now want you to take me back to the moment you found out you were going to be an orange gown recipient. Where were you? Who reached out to you? Were you expecting it? Was there jumping up and down? How was that?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I am being serious when I tell you this. I'm not being dramatic. So I
I
take it
believe
for what
you.
it is. Okay. Not the best time to find out news like that. But I was driving. I left a little early for spring break on that Thursday, headed into that weekend to kick off spring break. I was driving down to Fredericksburg, Texas, because I had spring break with my friends,
Ah.
up and coming. And so, and I know you're not supposed to check your phone when you're driving. I know.
There's no judgment here.
Bad on me.
It's a safe space.
But again, I just happened to look down at my phone and I read the email, important opportunity graduation. Okay, like very vague. Oh, all right. So I clicked it. I know, again, bad on me. I opened it up and it said, blah, 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 important opportunity. We would like for you to be the orange gown. And I said, wow, that was very like plain and drab. And I said, I'm gonna be the orange gown. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
But
gosh.
really, I honestly, I just was so overwhelmed with emotions.
Yeah.
I started crying.
Oh.
And the funny thing was, I was also on the phone with my mom and I started screaming. And she's like, Victoria, are you okay? Because, of course, like
You're
parents
driving,
are
yeah.
so concerned. She was already a little worried about me making an 8-hour drive from Stillwater. She's like, are you okay? I said, yes, Mom, but I'm the orange gown. And I broke down. I was sobbing. Just again, going back to absolutely blown away and touched, because never in my wildest dreams of me coming to OSU, knowing no one, but I knew in my heart this is where I was supposed to be, and just honestly everything working out and coming together for me, it touched my heart tremendously. And again, such an honor to represent our beloved university.
Yeah. And you looked beautiful in orange.
Aww.
I saw her yesterday wearing her cap and gown.
Aw.
It's going to be an amazing time. What time's your graduation Saturday?
It is on May 10th, 2025 at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. You got a good time. I'm graduating at 9 a.m.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me how I'm supposed to get ready before then. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I'm looking forward to see you in that orange. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
I
Luisa.
completely relate and understand your story. I think everyone here has one, and yours is amazing. I'm sure your parents are very proud. Are they making the drive down here? The family's coming down from Houston?
yes.
Okay.
I have family coming from Houston,
Okay.
and I actually also have some friends coming from Alabama, Pennsylvania,
Oh, wow.
kind of all over the country.
That's awesome.
But you're from Brazil, so I
Yes.
can't even.
Well, only my parents are coming because
Okay.
yes, it was so rough for everybody to get their visas and expensive and stuff. But everybody will be watching online. My parents get here Saturday, so we'll be there cheering for you at 4 p.m. But I'm glad everybody's coming down to celebrate with you. You deserve it. What is something we didn't talk about that you would like for people to know about your trajectory, about these awards, about the celebrations? Anything you would like to mention that we didn't?
Absolutely. Well, I just, again, coming from education and human sciences, our motto is people, passion, purpose. And really, that's one of my life mottos as
Yeah.
well. I think ultimately we're on the earth for a limited amount of time. And if our passion and purpose isn't to help people, I think that's a very good reality check, and we need to calibrate what our motivations are in life.
Yeah.
Because people come first. And I think if we chose to love people, serve people, and do well by people, a lot of the issues that we see in this world would be fixed
That's awesome.
simply by that.
Yeah. I agree with you, and I think it's a beautiful motto to have, both personally and here for the university. It was so great talking to you, learning about you. I'm glad we got to celebrate some of our achievements together and be
Aw.
there for each other. So good luck on your next step, your next adventures. I'm sure you're
Thank
going to have a
you.
great time and do even greater things. So I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. And I appreciate you guys for watching another episode of We're Only Human, the official podcast of the College of Education and Human Sciences. I'm your host, Luisa Clausen, and our time is coming to an end soon, but we still have more fun episodes coming out. So I'll check you next time.